Alrighty, guys, welcome back. Earlier we were talking about the latest news on FSU and the ACC, and now we're going to be talking about some dating horror stories. Tate brought this idea to me a couple days ago where he was like, I think every Friday we should have like dating horror stories, and that should be like our thing on Friday. So I haven't come up for a name for it yet. I'm still racking the brain of what this segment could
losing
be
the faith instead of keeping the faith, losing the faith. So I'm very curious on some of the stories. Also, I'm looking forward to hearing some of the other people's comments and things as well. So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so the first one is, my daughter went on a date with the guy she met on Bumble. She said the date started off well until dessert when he started talking about his ex. She said he went from ranting and raving about what a horrible person she was to full-on crying about how much he missed her. When my daughter asked how long they'd been together, he said 3 weeks. Then he immediately dried his tears and asked if they could go back to his place for sympathy.
No. First, my man. All right. I gotta give him props for at least shooting the shot. Wait.
No.
Let me explain what I'm saying first. You know, I guess in his thoughts was a closed mouth doesn't get fed, I guess. But my man, if you are, it is just a bad decision. Don't bring up your ex.
No. On a first date? Absolutely.
On a first date. And I'm someone who is friends with like a ton of exes.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about that before. I'm friends with a lot of exes, but I have a rule. I never go back. I never date a person twice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't go back. There is no makeup, break up to make up. Nope, that's not me. And turn the lights out, the party is over. There's a reason why we split up.
Yeah.
So, but dude, if you're on that date and you go from complaining about, your ex, first off, that's dating 101. No.
Yeah.
Crying about your ex and how you miss her, Faith, that's when drop an elbow on him. Peace out. Deuces. I'm gone.
Okay.
That's my take. Go ahead.
My thing is, how would you even think it's okay to ask to go back to your place for sympathy when...
I just give him credit for at least shooting a shot.
No, because if you were talking about your ex the entire time and then started crying, what makes you think somebody wants to go home with you?
Because you'll be surprised at how many people will. You would be shocked at how many people would. That's the sad thing. That's
psychopath behavior. It is. That's psychopath behavior.
Okay, this is gonna make me look bad. We're not going about the shooting a shot thing, but that whole bringing up an ex is a big no-no, and this is gonna totally make me look bad. But this was years and years ago. I was dating this newscaster in another part of the country. And she had just broken up with an NFL athlete. And so we were on a first date, and all she did was talk about this NFL athlete. I let it slide the first time. Again, we went on another date, and all she did was talk about this NFL athlete. And I had a really nice car, and she was like, well, your car is nice, but it's not so-and-so had this. And then we went on a third date. Now, she didn't have strike one, strike two. She brought him up strike three. And I told her maybe, and she was talking about the ex. I'm like, maybe you need to call him to pick you up from this date. And I left her there.
Savage.
I hit her with the deuces and bounced straight out. True story. I swear that's a true story.
Like, peace out. I'm out. Figure out your own way home.
Yeah, and we were like, we had driven a little ways, but yeah, I'm like, you need to call him to pick you up because we're out.
Yes.
I didn't even pay for the food we got either. I was like, love peace hair grease. I'm out.
I have had guys talk about their exes on first dates, and when that happens, I don't call them back. I will ghost them.
And see, it's weird because I'm friends with almost every girl I've ever dated, and I know
Hmm.
that. So we talked about that, and even right to this day, I mean, my wife knows or friends with some of my exes, but I have a stern rule. I don't care what the reason why we split up. It could be my fault. It could be my mistake. It could be her mistake. It doesn't matter. There's no reason to ever go back.
No.
No, we tried it for whatever reason. The cards weren't in our favor. Never
I
ever go
agree.
out.
I've never backtracked ever.
Mm-mm. No, you get one shot at the title, and that's it.
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
if I'm sitting there and like I keep wanting to say her name, but she's someone that's kind of well known in a certain part of the country in the U.S., and so I won't bring her up the name. But yeah, no, if you're you go
Becky.
on one date, you let it slide. Yeah, Becky.
Becky.
Becky had to walk home. And you know, you bring her the first time, and I'm not a guy to bite my tongue. So I was like, listen, I understand that you went out with so and so, but you with me now. I don't give a rat's butt who you went out with before. You know, I'm not a backup singer. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
You should have been like, great, you dated him. You want a cookie? Like, what do you want me to say?
Yeah, and so when you got three warnings, it was like you walking your butt home.
Yeah.
You're not getting you're not getting a ride home. You're not getting a doggy bag at the table. I'm out. So yes.
Goodness.
So let's hear some of the comments. You got any comments with this one?
No, I found these on an article from BuzzFeed. So these people like
Okay.
submitted these.
Okay,
Um,
that's gotta give BuzzFeed the right.
next week I'll find comments that go along with these.
All right, that's no problem. I have a million. I shouldn't be sharing date stories about myself that me leaving people at restaurants, and you're like savage.
I've done that. I've left somebody at a restaurant before.
Oh yeah, no, no, no. You can't be make me a backup singer.
No. Mm-mm.
Uh-uh. I'm not
Alrighty.
I don't want to be somebody else's prince and I'm the revolution. No, no. All right, go ahead. Let me hit that
You don't
next
want to
one.
be. You don't want somebody to be Beyonce and you be Destiny's Child. You know.
Yes,
Yeah.
no, 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 no. Because as much as those guys are trying to make their career, nobody cares about them. They want to know when Beyonce's tour is. Nope.
Well, I like Kelly Rowland. Love her.
Sure, she's a nice person. Hi, you're not Beyonce.
Alrighty. Next one is I matched with this guy on Tinder and he seemed super sweet. According to his bio, he was an accountant in downtown New York. We talked for a week and he asked if I wanted to go out for dinner that Saturday. I said, sure, why not? We're going to a nice Italian place, but he was wearing sweatpants and a t-shirt when he picked me up. I shrugged it off even though it was a little strange. We get there and as I'm heading for the front door, he tells me to come here. I was confused and I followed him anyway. He tells me that dinner was served while pointing to a dumpster. To make matters worse,
Whoa.
he took out an old takeout container of pasta and started eating it. I was so disgusted and shocked, but I had no ride, so I said that I had to use the bathroom. I told the restaurant about the guy and asked if they could call me an Uber. Worst date of my life.
Oh, hell no. Oh, sorry. Wait. Oh, this one I got the vapors on this one. He brought you to a restaurant dumpster, not the restaurant.
To the
It's
dumpster. Hmm.
like, you listen, baby, we eating good tonight. I got us, I got us reservation at Ruth Chris. Let's go. Oh,
At
you
Sizzlin's.
know, we must got a private table. We're going around back.
Yeah.
Oh, and you gonna take me to the dumpster? Oh, hell no. What do you? Okay, Faith. You got your date of your dreams, and the fact that he showed up in sweatpants should have told you something. The only thing would have been worse about this, and I'm gonna ask my question in a second, would have been if you'd had the first couple of dates at his place and y'all were eating really good, like, oh man, he's like, eat as much as you want, no problem. And then next thing you find out where it came from. But this dude is taking you to to the dumpster. Ooh. Okay, Faith. The table is yours. I want to hear what you have to say. The dinner table is yours.
I
He
think
takes you on a date,
I think
and
that
this is yours.
reflects how he feels about you. Like, I understand it's a first date, but you make first impressions with people, and first impressions, uh, a lot of the time are going to be the lasting impression of who you think that person is. And so I think even if he like didn't have money or whatever, he could have taken her somewhere like I don't need to go to a fancy restaurant on a first date.
Could have
It's
taken you to
nice.
Sizzler.
It's nice. I enjoy it if you take me to a nice restaurant on our first date, but like it's not a requirement for me. I just want to get to know that person and see if we would make a good fit. And the fact that he like didn't even attempt to like try to make a nice date even though he didn't have a lot of money and just was
Wait a
like,
minute.
"Yeah, I'm going to
Maybe that
take you."
was the nice date. Maybe that was the nice
Well, he
date.
needs to reevaluate his life if he thinks taking a girl to a dumpster of a nice restaurant is a good first date.
This is one of those Dave Chappelle moments where it's like keeping it real goes wrong. Okay, listen, my man, I'm talking to you, Dumpster David. Okay. Homie, don't be taking girls to a dumpster, man. That is just guaranteed. You are not closing any business by taking anyone
No
to a
deals are being
dumpster.
closed. No deals.
Nothing. No second dates. You're not even getting a kiss on the cheek. Good night.
No.
Even if you don't have money for an Uber and you live 4 towns over, it's like, you know what? I'm walking home. If he because that is serial killer mentality.
Yes,
First date.
absolutely.
Let's go around to the KFC dumpster. No. Well,
Absolutely.
maybe he was looking for his soulmate, and he was looking for Oscar. He was Oscar the Grouch, and he was looking for his soulmate that was the other lady that lived in the trash can. And maybe they was like, listen, this is who I am at my soul. If you got to accept me for who I am, which is dumpster diving Dave. So he wanted you to know who the real person was right from the gate.
No. Listen, I'm sure they have a dating app for people who like dumpster diving. And there's a
No,
dating
no,
app
it's not.
for
There is
everything
no,
now.
listen, there is
Well, maybe
no
he should make his
app.
own dating app then of people who like to go dumpster
Oh,
diving.
oh my God. When you go pull up on at you even went and got your hair and nails, not hair and nails done. You got them did. You got your hair and nails did. You show up at this date. He takes you over to the dumpster, and you're looking. Could you imagine the look on her face where like, okay, we're going in the back, so maybe some places got back entrances. Like, wow,
I
oh man,
literally, my jaw would be to the floor. I
oh
literally would be like, What?
Wow. Wow.
Excuse me?
That's a doozy there. Do you think he's shocked when she was like, "No, I'm not going home with you"? Do you think? All right,
Maybe.
wait.
Honestly, maybe. Because if he thinks that it's okay to take a girl to a dumpster on a first date, I'm sure he would be shocked if she left him and went home. I'm sure that would be his mentality.
Okay, Faith. Do you think he's done it before and it's turned out to be great dates? Do you think that was the first time he tried to pull this, or did he pull this before and it worked out? So
I
that's his go-to move now. The
I
scissor
really
dumpster in
hope
the back.
that this is the first time he's ever done it. You know, he was just, he had a hypothesis and he was just testing it out,
Maybe he
But
was just blowing girls' minds so much that he was so open and honest that he was like, "Go ahead, listen. I brought you a cold container as well. There's some wings and ribs over there by that squirrel over there." The rats were only just eating on the outside
Tate,
of the crust. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
gosh, I'm gonna have such a hard time enjoying my morning bagel after this show.
Oh my God. What is this thing? Listen,
What is wrong with people? I
drugs are bad, everyone. America. Don't do
remember that
drugs.
thing you signed at the DARE program when you were a kid?
Yes. Uh, dumpsters I don't know. No, drugs is bad.
Drugs
This
are
is
bad,
this is one of
kids.
those things. You've
Don't
made
do them.
if you think that taking a girl on a first date, second date, 55th date to a dumpster in the back is that's your mentality, you done did a little too much
Oh,
of
if
something.
my
So
boyfriend like decided he was like, yeah, I'm gonna take you out to a really nice restaurant, get dressed up, whatever, and he drives me to a really nice restaurant, and then he walks toward the back, and he's like, this is where we're gonna have our dinner. I would look at him and be like, are you absolutely insane? Have you just gone cuckoo bananas? Like,
but see, okay, my first thing would be, oh man, you know, my girl, she's sick. We got to get her to the hospital. She didn't had, something mental that went down. We gotta get her to the padded cell, get her some treatment.
mm-hmm.
That's what I'm thinking. Something ain't right if you're gonna go to the dumpster on the first date. Are you noticing that both of these dates are those like Bumble and what's the other one?
Tinder. Yeah, all of these are from dating apps. These are like dating app horror stories. So, and I've had my fair share of spending time on a dating app, and let me tell you, you meet more like worse people than you do nice people on these dating apps.
Ooh, I know. I have buddies of mine that swear by it. I got an old neighbor of mine. He got divorced and he went on a dating app. He's like, man, if I would known it was like this. He's like, I got divorced a long time ago. He's like on every one of them. He's on Bumble, Tinder, Plenty of Fish, Dumpster Diver Dave's app, Farmers Only. he's,
Yeah,
he's like
no.
on all. He's like on all of them, and he like loves them. So
I don't know how people find good people on dating apps because I have not found a lot of good people on dating apps. So,
I one day I will tell you a dating app story at some point.
oh
But yeah,
god.
I'm not a dating app kind of guy. I've never. I mean, I don't have anything against it. I'm more like, oh, she seems cute, or you strike up a conversation somewhere. I'm more of the direct approach.
Well,
But
see, it's kind of hard with people in my generation because, we're very into technology now. And so
I get that.
that's that's like the best way to meet people is through apps and social media and stuff. So, I had just
But
gotten
then
my
you can't
heart
you can't
broken.
you cannot complain because you got a table for one behind Subway.
Yeah.
That $5 footlong my butt. This footlong is free.
Which they're not $5 anymore, if you didn't know that. They charge
Listen,
it's $12. It's a dollar an inch.
okay. That sounds funny. Jesus.
That's not what I meant. I was talking about the sandwich.
Oh, oh my God, I apologize.
Move on.
Okay. Sorry about that with Faith. I lost a little composure for a second there.
Move on.
Okay. I don't see the Subway commercials anymore. We don't get those in Portugal, so I didn't know that they don't have those $5 footlongs any longer.
No, they don't do them anymore.
But man, someone's gonna go to the dumpster. That is hilarious. So,
Yeah.
all right.
All right, guys. Well, we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we got some more dating horror stories for you.